Hello, so good afternoon. We're here at Ringer Hut. It's a ramen restaurant. Well, it's not ramen restaurant? Champon. Oh, okay. So there's a difference, I guess, between ramen and champon.
Champon's English translation is Nagasaki seafood ramen.
So ramen is a general term.
Right, for a noodle. So
Okay.
champon has a lot more veggies and some seafood, and the soup or the broth is different than ramen broth. It's a seafood broth.
Cool. I noticed this is kind of rare to find.
Right. Here
Thank
comes.
you. Mm.
It's a little bit different than ramen. It has veggies, seafood, shrimp, squid, and so forth.
Nice. So what I got is coming up next. It is spicy ramen. Can I call it ramen?
Yeah, what you got is ramen. Here
Yes.
comes.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the gyoza's coming later.
So mine is comes with I think pork, egg, cabbage. You know what else is in here? I think onions,
Green onions.
green onions, and it comes as a set. You can get this plus three gyoza, which is they deep fry it. I think you got gyoza as well.
No, I didn't get gyoza.
Oh, you didn't get that set?
Just got the noodle.
So I got the set because it's a pretty good deal, and also when you come here, there's other menu items. Uh, I think. What else do they have here?
They have some donburi, rice with like stuff on top. I
Yeah, they
forgot how
have.
much this was. I have to look at it.
This was 210, I believe.
Oh, so
My
this is
set.
like 180.
Your is
So-
180.
Right. So this is $5.19, and yours is 210. So $6. But his will come with a dumpling.
Yes, dumpling. And why is Ringer Hut your favorite?
Yes, so I am from southern island called Kyushu in Japan, and champon is originated from Nagasaki Prefecture, which is in the southern island. So I grew up eating this. So this is my ultimate soul food. And a little bit of my background. My grandma was born in Hawaii, but she moved to Japan after high school, and she married a Japanese man, and she ended up living in Japan for the rest of her life. Um, so she spoke both English and Japanese. That's why English wasn't anything strange to me because I grew up with my grandma. When she was like 85, she started having dementia, and she started losing her Japanese. She started to forget Japanese because she grew up in English. You know, she went to school in English in Hawaii. So when she had dementia, she started losing her Japanese. So she started speaking English to the
Interesting.
nursing home staff members. But they were so nice to her, and even though they didn't understand her, they were very nice to her. But I guess that's what happens with the human mind when you have dementia or Alzheimer. You forget the language that you learned later.
That's interesting. That's something I never knew about. That your brain resets to like your mother language when you have dementia. Which I would imagine me if I have dementia. Hope not. Knock on wood.
That means if you get dementia, you're gonna forget your English and you're gonna start speaking in Spanish.
Yes, and depending if I'm a traveler, if I'm in a different country, that could be kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, interesting. That's how your grandma went back to the reset English. So
Yeah. But she was very cute speaking English to the nursing staff members in Japan.
wow,
But they were like always smiling at her. They were so nice to her.
very cute.
Yeah, that was very cute.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm going to start eating.
Okay, so I know Ringer Hut is kind of rare. I've seen it maybe three locations in Bangkok. I know in the US I never saw it except two locations we went. My wife took me. Ringer Hut was in I
San
think
Jose in California
yeah, San Jose, California,
and Hawaii.
and Hawaii. That,
Honolulu.
yeah, I think that's about it. Two locations. Maybe there is a third location. I'm not
I doubt
aware.
it.
But that's about it. And when I went to visit my wife's family in her town in Samana, they had a ringer hut just within walking distance. So I can see why she loved it so much. I guess she grew close to this company or this champon
Ringer Hut.
ringer hut.
Yeah, Ringer Hut. My favorite restaurant. When I'm old and almost dying, I just want to keep eating Ringer Hut every single day. So we need to live close to Ringer Hut.
This
Maybe
is,
apartment across the street from Ringer Hut or something.
yeah, this is really delicious, but mine is spicy side. So if if you don't like spicy, I don't recommend this because me, as a Mexican, I think it's not extremely spicy, but it's spicy, which I enjoy. I like the extra kick.
I'm not able to handle what he's eating though.
No, you wouldn't.
Uh-uh.
I love it because I'm used to it, but it wouldn't be something I eat every day. I like spicy, but I'm not a spicy eater every single day. So I like it once a week or twice a week. And if you come here, if you like beer, you can get a beer. It's really good. It's I think Asahi brand and Sapporo brand. Draft beer is my favorite one because it obviously comes from the keg and it's super cold. And you can get bottled beer.
So this restaurant is located very close to a BTS Ekamai station.
Oh yeah, yeah. The BTS station is connected to this building. Thank you.
Here comes his gyoza.
So that's the gyoza they just fry for me. And if you think they forgot, no, they didn't. They just don't bring it right on the same time because of the.
No, not that one. This one. So there are several sauces
Yeah,
to
there's-
choose from, but
Don't get this one.
no, that's not gyoza. This is the gyoza. It says gyoza, so people won't use the wrong spice. Here goes.
Thank you.
You know, one thing I love about champon is there's a lot of veggies in there: cabbage, carrots. I don't know what it is. Oh, like some kind of mushroom.
Yeah. They also have very unusual menu type of food. There's one you like that is on top of a dry noodle. What is that one called?
Sara udon.
Sanadon. And I tried it. It's not bad. It's just different for me. I never had it. It's like a
Excellent though.
very interesting the way it looks.
Can I have tissue? So champon noodle is a little bit thicker than ramen noodle. Let's see if I can show it without dropping it. So ramen noodle is thinner, but champon noodle is thicker and fatter.
Really?
Yeah.
I never noticed that. It's not as fat as udon.
Not as fat as udon. Udon is the fattest. Depending on where in Japan you're from, you will grow up with different kind of noodle. I never grew up with udon noodle in Kyushu. It's more mainly champon. So I'm not a biggest fan of udon noodle just
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up with it.
I grew to like udon. The first time I tried it, I thought, what is this? But when we went back, we don't eat it as often. But
No.
last time I went, I really enjoyed it. I could see myself eating udon again.
We don't need to eat udon for the rest of our life, but I cannot live without eating champon. This is my
Comfort
soul
food.
food, yes. My absolute favorite in the world.
Yeah. I remember watching. I'm still kind of like a big fan of anime, and I watch ramen on anime. It looks so good, and you think ramen is like Maruchan, like instant noodle, but it's two world difference, obviously. And before I met my wife, I thought I want to eat ramen. I saw it on YouTube, the real deal, the egg, that's pork cutlet or pork in it, and the vegetables. And I want to eat it, but I want to go to Japan someday
Huh.
and eat it. That's what
No.
my dream. When I met my wife, she took me to a ramen restaurant
In Dallas.
in Dallas, which is maybe an hour where I used to live in my old town. And I was shocked that this whole time it was just an hour away. This type of ramen,
The
uh,
authentic
yeah,
ramen.
authentic, and I fell in love with it. And I'm like, can't believe I didn't even bother googling if there's a ramen place because I didn't believe it would be the same quality in US, but there is, and I'm sure now it's everywhere, in all countries.
I want to show you something. So this is a fish paste, and people who don't know what it is wonders like, what is that pink thing? It doesn't
Yeah.
have a whole lot of flavor. It's just a fish paste for the look. It's more for the look, I think. It's like the rubbery texture, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it's just cute.
I always wonder why does it have a pink color? And there's one with a swirly, like a whirlpool.
Like Naruto.
Yeah. So there's a lot of great ramen places in Bangkok, but we like this are the most. I can always tell which one is better than the other just by the taste and the feel. So this is pretty much the top one that I will recommend you guys go.
I would say most authentic champon noodle that I know of. Because this restaurant chain is from my island, Kyushu. Nagasaki is where this Ringer Hat restaurant started. That's where champon was originated
Yeah.
from. So this is the most authentic champon you could eat in Bangkok.
It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah. There's soy sauce.
So the soy sauce for gyoza has vinegar.
Is that everywhere you go eat?
Gyoza goes with vinegar soy sauce.
I always felt like it tastes a little different. Like I'm like, it tastes like the sushi soy sauce.
Vinegar. It's really good and juicy inside.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite restaurant in the world.
In the world.
In the
Wow.
world, yeah.
I don't know what's my favorite restaurant.
Is your favorite food Mexican or something else?
It's hard to say. I mean, yes, but I haven't eaten Mexican as much, so I guess it's not really favorite since I'm not craving it every day. I always like the Thanksgiving food, like the turkey and all that. That's one of my favorites. I always can eat it forever, but when it comes to restaurant, I don't know if I have a favorite restaurant. I guess Sushiro
You
is
like sushi the best.
Conveyor belt sushi. I can go there, but I don't know if I can afford it every day. But yeah,
So he had never eaten authentic sushi until he met me. Very first day, I took him to authentic sushi restaurant and made him eat raw fish. He was like swarming, like it's raw fish, bloody.
yeah. It's because first time eating raw fish, it's like it doesn't sound normal when you hear it from a foreigner, a Mexican person. Like what?
But you guys eat ceviche.
Oh yeah, ceviche is a big thing in Mexican culture, which is this raw fish that is cooked with the lime juice. Yeah.
So I've been married to him about 9 years now, but I've never learned how to cook Mexican. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I never learned.
I never expected you to. And I cooked Mexican at home, but my wife wasn't a big fan of it. Maybe a little bit.
It's a little bit greasy.
Yeah.
So in Japan, I grew up eating lots of veggies.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of rice. So I'm not used to eating that much meat or that much fried food like Mexican.
There's something I noticed. You don't eat as much meat, and I ate meat like every day growing up, like grilled pork or steak. So I cannot see myself not eating meat for more than a week. I think I've gone a week without eating meat, but I'll have like a withdrawal or something. Yeah, I need to have some pork at least, which is most common meat in Bangkok.
Yeah, pork and chicken.
Yeah.
So when I got invited to his mother's house for dinner, she grilled massive amount of
Yeah.
beef,
Like a
sausage,
mountain of meat.
mountain. It
Yeah.
looked like it was enough for 10 people. And then there was no veggies. Oh, the only vegetable was green beans. A little bit of,
Or green
no,
onions,
green
right?
onions, not green beans. Green onions. That was the only vegetable, and on the table was a whole bunch of meat and brown fried something. So I'm like, where is the veggies? I looked for it and
Zero. One.
zero veggies, and the veggies were never served. So that's when I realized, oh, this is how they eat. Interesting. You know, it's very different. I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong, but that was a day. It was a huge culture shock to me. Like, wow, they eat only meat,
Yes.
meat, tortilla, and rice. And the only piece of veggie was green onions. Tiny little green onion was the only green.
And I think the reason my mom cooks so much, grills so much meat carne asada outside is because there'll be a leftovers and you can easily just wrap it in tin foil. I guess the strategic thing about it is that it cuts you a break from cooking for the next 3 days. So if you have kids, you don't have to cook. There's always leftovers. I never was picky about leftovers. I would eat leftovers for 3 days. I don't care. So that was a tragedy. I think she cooks so much on the weekend, and then you have food for 3 days. Yeah, that's our household. We didn't eat eating so much vegetables.
And when I took him to my parents' house, they cooked awesome meal every single day, but there
Yeah.
was no beef.
No beef.
So you kept asking for beef. So we had to go get beef from the supermarket, which we normally don't eat that much.
And the way I think it was like chicken skews, and they will buy a package, which it was like 6 of them. And when she grilled it for me, I thought it was for everybody, but then I just grabbed two and waited. And nobody was picking them up. And then your mom said, yeah, I can finish it all.
This is all for you. We don't need that
I'm
much
like,
beef.
oh, I'm so lucky, all for me. But I felt bad, but I guess they just didn't care
We
for
don't
that.
want to eat meat that
meat.
much.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of eating.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see that much steakhouses. I mean, there is, but not commonly found.
Here, steak is like a novelty, like very premium, expensive price. Because we eat out every day, I don't want to pay that much for
Yeah.
beef. Like $1,000 steak. I see at like Central World, it's like 20 something dollars for steak. I mean, in US, the steak does cost 20 something dollars, but here in Thai standard, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. You know, we went to a Korean grill, and they said pork only. And they had beef, but it says like cartel. I don't know how to say cartel or
No, it's not cartel. You just have to purchase it separately.
Yeah, basically they have beef, but you gotta order it separately. So when I ordered it, they made me walk like it was a special thing and take it out of behind a glass window.
Special
Yeah,
refrigerator.
but it was so good. I like it.
That was his birthday treat, the Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue.
And for Valentine's Day, we're planning on taking a dinner cruise. Very first time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dinner cruise looks so much fun. I've seen them when you go to Icon at the major river. I don't know what it's called, Safra, or I forgot the actual name. But yeah, at nighttime. So the river during the daytime is like a boat taxi, so you can use it as a transportation to go from different points, and they have a tourist hop and hop off bus. I mean, boat bus. But right around 6 when it gets dark, I think they stop that, and you'll see all types of dinner cruise. They look so much fun. They have like live music. They have like buffet and all kinds of other events. So that's our plan for Valentine's Day to go to
Yes.
that dinner cruise.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll get to film some of that and see our experience. See, I'm all done already. Everything was excellent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here we are at my favorite restaurant in the whole wide world. Champon.
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 In the background.
Nagasaki Champon.
Yeah. So yeah, we highly recommend coming here, give it a chance. And like I said, I get the spicy, but I'm not a big fan of spicy. Get the regular is also great, and you wanna get also like a vegetable.
Yeah, this is the most authentic
Champon.
Japanese champon in Bangkok.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching us, and hopefully you enjoy this video, and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye bye.
Have a blessed day. God bless.
God bless. Bye bye.